Hello to every single one of you. Today, we're going to talk about a very different topic. It's kind of related to the topics about the life, and it's more like a podcast scenario. And I can always ask you guys what you think about it, this topic, because it's very fun and different. Because again, I had my point of view. My name is Caio, and this is my opinion and talking with you guys about your opinions as well, I can have a better understanding about the world, and trying to not be that biases. And I don't know every single thing, so it's always good to know what you guys think about it. And my topic about today is awards, ratings, recommendations, doesn't matter at all. I know that is a very contradiction things to say because I recommend things, I review things, but the main focus about this is if you like something, you like that thing. You don't need to agree with a review, you don't need to agree with a reward because in the end, rewards, review, uh, awards, every single of these things is personal. Oh, and the examples that I'm gonna take out about it today is let's getting started is with the Oscars. The Oscars is bullshit. I have Oscars, I have EMDB for cinema and movies. It's bullshit. Rotten Tomatoes doesn't make any sense. Grammys don't make me even started. And Game of the Year, that is gonna be the example that we're gonna talk about it more, is everything here is basically a waste of time and is a marketing strategy to make you, the viewer, waste their money on things that mainstream, the things that they approve. So let's start it with the Oscars itself. What makes a good movie? Can you tell me what it is? Is a good story? Is a good director? Because we can come here to the ceremony, the Oscars winning from the 2024. Uh, let's go here. For what is the best actor? You can say, oh, this guy from Oppenheimer. This guy is a very good actor. Thinking blind is guy that guy is a very good actor. I agree, but with which standards? I already discussed with my friends about it. Uh, the difference between a good actor and a good. Again, I'm just picking up this guy, but it wasn't the example that I was talking with my friends was about breaking the Breaking Bad cast because Breaking Bad is a very good series. I love the acting of Brian Cranston, but about Aaron Paul, what is about him that is good? Because he makes a really good show and a really good movie after the same show. So what is the directors doing and what is it itself? Because Need for Speed is terrible. And if you coming back, he doesn't have like any very special. I really like him in Black Mirror as well, but he doesn't really have anything that is come up as the standards as Breaking Bad. So his acting on Breaking Bad was because of him, or was because of the every single one of the other's aspect in Breaking Bad itself. And the same thing can be related to the movies, to the animated movies. For example, you have Hayao Miyazaki movie. I really like this director, but again, this is the anime style. This is a very deep and profound story. if you want to relax and just have like a fun moments and have a good child's movie, Elemental. It talks about diversity, it talks about accepting each other, it talks about yin and yang and how the opposites complement each other. For me, this is a better movie for children. This is a better animation movie, so that's why he won it. I agree. But or Spider-Man, I don't agree with this one because this is a sequence and on it by itself. Uh, for me, it kind of a bland, and I really don't like it because they try to do wrong things. So I'm not gonna talk about this movie specific. It's a great piece of art, but I don't like the story. But my point is this is just a lot of people just come together and say, "Oh, I really like this movie, so let's vote it for him. This one is the best of the movies that we watch it." Let me take the and you can say that about every single one of them, because the thing is, all the movies and all the choices are subjective. You're asking about opinions, different opinions. Your opinion can be totally different from the other person's opinion. For example, if you can say, "Oh, I really don't like it, Oppenheimer," because for me, Oppenheimer was too dark, too long, talking about very sad things. And I like it Barbie more because Barbie was fun, pink, and woke. I don't know, but you can make a case about every single thing that you do and every single film that you like. Be- and this come up with the IMDb and the Rotten Tomatoes scores, because this scores is basically a critics coming together and saying, "Oh, I liked this movie, so I like is personal. I like is basically saying, for me, this one is better than the other, not the other way around." But if you go, for example, one of my favorite movies of all time is Kung Fu. Kung Po. This movie is a satirical takeaway on the action and old Chinese kung fu movies. What is the rating of this? 6.2. For me, this one is a 7.5. But I am just one person. This one is 49,000 persons. You can take something uh, out of this, saying, "Oh, this film is almost average for every single one of them." But for me, it's a very special movie. Not only because it's a good way of is a good way to reinterpret the movie itself, the movie franchises. Because the idea of this movie is just this guy who basically put himself in an old Chinese movie and put it like the villain as well and reacted all the movie using the original scenes. So it's creative, it's fun, and I love it. But it will never win an award. Hopefully, it's gonna begin a win a sequel, but we don't know. The other one is MacGruber. That is a satirical way of MacGyver. Again, 5.6. This again for me deserves a 7.5. But who are you to tell other people that this movie are bad? And it goes the same way for Rotten Tomatoes. Who are you? Oh, I'm a critic. I study cinema. I know about stuff. I know about construction of the scene, about the the I know about the actress, and I know about how to make a good movie, and I know what is needed. Okay, one thing's the- theor theor one thing is basically what you know and the theory, and the other thing is what you really like. Because the thing is, you can say, "Oh, this movie is a classic," but you can hate it. We're sometimes before with my friend, we're talking about Nosferatu, the first Nosferatu movie. Oh, is a cult classic, 97%, 87%. I hate it. It's boring. It's long. You It's not for everyone. You need it to remember that this is a very old movie. It's 1 hour, but looks like three because you is iconic. Yes, I can agree about a general thing. I can say, oh, this is an important movie. It's a good movie for the standards, blah blah blah. But it's not a good for me. And this can be said about every single one of the other awards, like Grammys. They really like Taylor Swift. I don't like Taylor Swift. I'm not a Swifter. For me, Taylor Swift is way overrated. I could be wrong. Yes, I can. But as you can see, I do some reviews on my channel about music, and I do some recommendations. Taylor Swift, and let me see. The It's not about is not about my type of music. It's not what I like to listen. So this is starting to become more and more diverge about the yeah, I can take the awards. And for example, if you see the awards who won, you're never gonna see the bands that I recommend. You got like Taylor Swift. You got people that I really don't listen to. Oh, I listen to Billie Eilish, but it is different. I don't know why this is here, but sure. And the whole thing is, who elect this? Oh, music critics. The same thing as movie critics. They really don't know the specific thing that uh, makes music special, because music's supposed to move you. If I listen to the third, oh, this is the album. Uh, let's see the song. If I listen to Texas Hold'em by, I think it's Beyonce. Yeah, Texas Hold'em by Beyonce, and I don't like it. It's not a good music for me. And this is a perfect segue to talk about games. That is the thing that I cherish the most. In my life, I think my favorite hobbies are video games and anime. Uh, Even if I don't want to be a weeaboo, I really like watching animes and things. But video games is way up there. So when I see the awards, I can tell things that doesn't make any sense. We got like the Game of the Year awards. I think was like 2 days ago, and you make Astrobot wins. For me, it doesn't make sense because I'm playing Metaphor Refantasia. You can wait for a review, but my review, but it's very worth it. I'm not finished yet, but it's a nine. It is a game so good that talks about like so different topics, political, about discrimination, about everyone coming together, about hope, about friendship, about not underestimating, about respecting cultures. You got Black Myth Wukong was like the first Chinese game. It was like super hype. That have like an action that is beautiful. You have Final Fantasy Rebirth. That was a continuation of the very acclaimed Final Fantasy remake, 7 remake. That was bigger, better, fancier, with special powers. And who won? Astrobot. Astrobot. Come on, come on. We know that the Game Awards was rigged because as I can see, I can show the examples. Some years I totally agree. Like for example, Dragon Age Inquisition for me wasn't the better Dragon Age, but I played it and it is a good game. You take Dark Souls 2, that is the weakest one. You got Hearthstone to the game of the year, a multiplayer game, a multiplayer card games. Never's gonna win. You got this one that wasn't like fine. So, but if I only take these ones, okay, I can understand why won. You got this one this year. You got Bloodborne, the Front Software doing a big movement for Lovecraftian horror. Fallout, Metal Gear, The Phantom Pain. Come on, this one and this one are toe to toe, but this one is very niche, so nobody plays. This one is very more commercial acclaim, so it's easier to win. And then one, Overwatch, revolution on the hero shooter games. Should I have won? Not for me. If I could choose, I would choose Uncharted because was a conclusion of a series that was very good, very about like he's basically Tomb Raider, but he's a male, so it's Drake. And you got this one this year. Should have won? No. Is it a good game? Yes. I played it the whole game. But come on, Persona 5, the same thing. Talk about college and talk about it's not college, it's high school and problems about life and how to growing up. The you have like abusive uh, teachers and you have like abusive mentors and how to come up with ideas to get justice for the oppressed. Way better game than the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild that only give you freedom and it's basically a demo for the other one. The what is it? What is it called? It's basically Breath of the Wild too. This one, you see, this one is one of the most unfair competitions. God of War 2018. I really like this game, but Red Dead Redemption 2. How this game didn't want this game is basically everything that every person are looking for a shooter, cowboy game, and God of one doesn't make sense because here one freedom and free roaming, and this one the story was okay, good, but Red Dead not winning, and you come up with the next year you have again from software, cool gimmick, cool story, crazy gimmick, remake shouldn't be here, biggest multiplayer like platform fighting game, and Outer Worlds. I'm gonna review this game, but it's basically Skyrim on space. I give it like a 7. So again, should I have won? Probably this. I'm on in this one. I played this. I play all of these games, and really don't like the From Software games. I can understand why why they're so popular, but again, this is my opinion. As you can see there, there. This is my opinion, and this is their opinions. So if this one is a better game for you, go for it. You don't need to be specific about it. You don't need to be angry about this type of games, about this type of topic, because when you talk about the problems, when you see, oh no, this game is trash, I hate Sekiro. No, and we can continue saying that. You got Ghost of I played this one, and this one. The Last of Us is a very beautiful piece of art. Should I have won? Not for me. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Take a classic story, make it a twist, making a real remake. A thing that everyone knows what a remake should it be. Should it be an enhance of the story, not just fancier graphics. Like for example, you should have like put in more stuff. A good remake that I can think about it is Shadow of the Colossus. They should have put more Colossus. Oh, but you say, oh, but it's gonna destroy the lore. It doesn't really matter because the whole thing is just making the other Colossus optional or give it a reason. Give it, for example, oh, you need to collect 16 spirits, but doesn't really matter the spirits. You can you could have make it the Shadow of the Colossus an open world with all the Colossus there all at the same time and make it things happen in a different way. This one is a perfect remake. You got Ghost of Tsushima, the best samurai game ever released. Historical, cinematic, accurate, with a, I mean, historical on the period. The Jin Takai is basically the god samurai, but it's a very fun. And the Last of one, okay, it's a good game. The story was okay as well, but a okay game when you have a very heavy hitters like this one, these two for me doesn't make sense. But he won. It Takes Two, a fun co-op game, but again against a game that doesn't have any loading screens. I didn't play uh, a big horror game. This is just like a generic, fun little game that you can have fun. It is a really good game. Should have one. In comparing with these ones, maybe Resident Evil, but fine. I'm not terrible. The other game, yeah, Front Software won again. Didn't play. Didn't deserve. Didn't deserve. Doesn't make any sense being here. The game of the cat being here doesn't make any sense, and didn't play. And we come last year, Baldur's Gate. Of course, this one should. This one, and I agree. Even if you have a very good one, like here, Tears of Kingdom. If Tears of Kingdom have won this year, doesn't make really sense because Tears of Kingdom is the full game of the the Legend of Zelda. What is the name? Breath of the Wild. And Baldur's Gate, excellent game. It's gonna have a review on the channel as well. I'm playing right now. I'm current with like 120 hours, having a lot of fun. And this year, I already took it. Talk about it. Indie game, not shaming on indie game and not saying that indie game should have won anything. But if you see gameplay, I didn't pay Balatro. Everyone say that it's very addictive. But again, if you compare with Black Myth Wukong, Elder Ring DLC, that is the DLC, a big DLC of a winner 2 years ago. If you compare with Final Fantasy Rebirth, Metaphor. For me, the winner of this year should be Metaphor, just for everything that it brings. But again, Metaphor is a very niche one. It's a JRPG like Final Fantasy, but it's a turn based and it's a very story focused driven. But again, as I always say in all my episodes, this is my opinion, and this what you should take it from the awards, because awards and competitions is basically saying this one is my favorite and here is why, but doesn't need to be the favorite for you as well, because you have your favorite and you can say, oh, for me Astrobot should have won. I was talking this with my friend yesterday. He said, oh, I really don't like it, Black Myth Wukong, because they were misogynists or something like that. And I say, yeah, oh, okay, fair, but Black Myth Wukong is a bad game. No, it's not a bad game, but it should have won. It should not have, shouldn't have won the have fuck, should have won the game awards. And I say, okay, but you say that Astrobot is a better game the Black Myth Wukong, and for him, oh yes, I'm having so much fun. Yes, it's his opinion. I can say, oh, I rather have Metaphor because Metaphor have like a deeper story, a deeper lore, a good gameplay, a good amount of difficulties and I like the story beats, but this is a discussion that we have with our friends or with the person that we care. My objective about reviewing games and reviewing music and giving you guys some advice about what I like and why I like it is just to see and show one more opinion about the stuff that everyone already talks about it. Basically saying, this is my opinion. This is why I like this stuff. You're not alone if you like this kind of stuff or if you don't like this kind of stuff. So this is why it's important to me. This is why I use this channel as a diary because by being a diary, I can say, oh, in this age of my life, this thing is important to me. This thing is worth it. This thing is what I really wa- what I really like. And this is my opinion. My name is Kyle, and thank you so much for watching. What about yours? Yours opinion? What do you think about it? Who should have won the Game Awards? And thank you so much. See you on the next one. Bye bye.